That was synced. Don't sing, don't sing. Every car that you hear driving by me is synced. That was synced. Every car that you hear driving by me is syncing. Why is everyone synced? 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 Bro. Who's not synced? Drove by children that are synchronizing on their front yard. Children are synchronizing on. There's a guy walking out of a truck next to me with a red hat. There's a U-Haul meeting me at an intersection. Why is everyone synced? There's a one light truck. Dim light truck, whatever. He's a sync. Why is everyone synced? Why is the car behind me synced? Why is everyone synced? There's a one light car meeting me at an intersection right now. Why is everyone synced with one lights? Synced at intersections. Why is everyone synced? The car in front of me stuck their arm out the window as I drive through the intersection. Just following out in front of me the whole time. That same car. They just stuck their arm out the window at the intersection and then stuck their arm back in the window. There's a white car following me. I think it's been behind me the whole time, I'm pretty sure. But I'm gonna go this way on the roundabout. The car in front of me. There's a guy walking by me with the red shirt at the crosswalk. There's a tan car at the corner of the building. Why is everyone synced? And then there's a car meeting me at the intersection. And then there's a car that was driving through the other intersection ahead of me at the same time. And then there's a car turning as it drives by me. And then it's straightening on the street next to the scene, the place for the scene, right before the intersection. And then I think there's sinks at the intersection. And then this car turning in front of me is sinking. And why is everyone synced? bike meeting me at the intersection. There's a bike meeting me at the intersection. And why is everyone seeing? There's a bike meeting me at the intersection. What's up? Why is everyone seeing, bro? Why? Why is it everyone too? That's the thing. Why is it everyone that's seen? Like, I don't know who's not seen. Isn't that fucked up? That I don't know who's not seen? But this truck driving up next to me with an arm out the window right now as I drive by the parking lot was synced, and all these other cars are synced right now. And they're synced. So I know that for sure. But who's not? I don't know. Isn't that fucked up? And this car is pulling up meeting me right now. Can I catch it before he stops? Oh, fuck. What did I do? I tried to turn the camera around, dude. He's rolling up, meeting me at the intersection. And then there's a white SUV coming up at the first corner that I'm driving by. And why? And what? What's happening? Why? There's two cars driving by me opposite directions next to me right now. And there's a Domino's car at the intersection. This is all happening. Send me some Cash App so I can get a whatchamacallit, amount for my car so I can record. Send me some Cash App so I can get an amount for my car. Send me like $20. And I can record some gang stalkers. Y'all want to see them? Send me some Cash App. Is something gonna happen right now? Flowers in her yard, and she stands up and walks away next to me. And if she's gonna do that, because everyone's synced out here, and then these birds flew in front of me synced as I turned, and these red cars were driving in front of me, and then there's white cars at the intersection, and then when I pull up to the stop sign, there's a silver car meeting me, and there's a red car and a black car that look synced with each other in front of me. And there's a white truck, and he's probably just in my way. The other car behind me probably pulled up right when he drove in front of me. There's another car pulling up behind me. He probably pulled up and stopped right when he drove in front of me, I think. And everybody's just synced out here. People don't just pull up behind me regularly. Ever. Nobody's regular out here in front of and behind me. Like, everywhere I go. Nothing is regular out here. As far as I can tell. Who else? Let's see. Do any of these look regular? I think these are the black and silvers. The the black and silvers with the other silver car pulling up. I think these pulled up simultaneous, the red truck and the white car and shit. I think they pulled up simultaneous. I think they pulled up simultaneous. I think it was Simon Eltanius and his twin brother Simon again. And it's always Simon. And Simon says sink, and then Simon Eltanius goes out and sinks. It's Simon Eltanius. Simon Eltanius again at the intersection. It was Abraham sinking again. Dishonest Dave. Abraham sinking. I just walked around the woods. I recorded a bunch for like an hour walking back and forth on the trail. And there's a bunch of people on bikes riding by me synced, and like just people syncing the entire time I was out there, pretty much. There'd be nobody, and then there'd be two people walking out synced with each other or whatever. One's on a bike, one's walking out or whatever. And then there's nobody else again, and then there's two people synced, or they're meeting me at a curve in the path, or there's an engine sound when they ride by me, or whatever. And then this one girl on this bike kept meeting me synced over and over. She was riding back and forth on this trail, meeting me synced over and over. She's like an Olympian biker. She's sinking on me though. She's training and sinking, I guess. There's a one light car behind me. Can I catch him? Where did he go? I think he turned into the parking lot. Yep, he turned into the parking lot. There was a one light behind me. Damn. Who's not synced, bro? I see a bunch of red and blue cars right now. Are they stalking? Up out here, bro. People are synced up out here, bro. People are synced as fuck. Why? Everyone's synced as fuck. Why? It's a real question. Why? Why is everyone synced as fuck? A B9 in front of me. Is it a B9er? Damn. all the stalkers drive by. Then I could turn. If I wasn't out here, there'd probably be no cars on the street right there. Or what? Like, I don't know. Would there not be any cars right there? Is it just an empty street when I'm not out here? Did you see that fly flying in my face? It was right as the truck drove by me. Did you hear it? Nobody driving really slow in front of me, or doing like, there's a bunch of cars meeting me at the intersection though that like are blocking me basically because they wouldn't be there if I wasn't out here. So they're meeting me at the intersection, blocking me slightly, but people are synced as fuck though. What's this license plate in front of me? Is it a sync number? No? Okay. Here's a one light white. There he goes. Did you hear him? He's the sync. If I turn on a street really fast, just randomly, then like there'll be nobody there. Sometimes, and then like when I get to the next block or whatever, there's a car meeting me right at it or whatever, and then there's a bunch of sinks. It's like I can throw them off for a second when I'm driving if I like turn randomly somewhere. Just like nobody all of a sudden, and then they start coming out synced again. There's a car driving by me in the lane next to me, like coming up, passing me at the intersection. It's a red car, and it's syncing with a blue car right now. And they were laughing at it, and they're like, ha ha! They're knowingly synchronizing. They're driving by me deliberately, and they're like, ha ha! Stopped, wasn't it? Oh. And I see a 33 plate as you. What are these things? What the fuck? What the fuck? This FedEx is passing as I come off of the bridge. The FedEx is passing by me really fast. Could you see it was a FedEx? I don't know if you could see it. Maybe you could have seen it. Then when I There's a truck turning at me synced, and I think he has a 33 on his plate, but his plate's all covered up by the bumper thing, and I can't see it. So if it was a 33 thing, I couldn't see it. He needs to get a more visible license plate. There's people getting out of this white SUV, and they're going, oh, when I'll drive by, and they're laughing, and they look like they're doing syncs, and then there's this other white car, too, that's doing syncs. When I drove by them, they were like, oh. There's a white car backing up behind me as I'm turning. Backing out of a driveway behind me as I'm turning at the intersection. Like I just pull up to the intersection and I look in my mirror and I see a white car backing out of a driveway behind me. I'm like, yup. Yeah, and then this lawnmower guy synced, right? Well, the lady's getting out of the truck synced next to the lawnmower guy. I don't know. Was he synced? Well, like I'll drive by a lawnmower guy and they'll like turn next to me in the yard. And they'll have a red shirt and a camel hat or whatever. Oh. It's stock-tarded out here. Oh! There's a bunch of silver cars meeting me at the intersection right now. There's another silver car. There's another silver car. There's another silver car. Fuck. Here comes a black car. As light turns green. Yeah, there's a silver car on the other side of me. And then there's a bunch of other stalkers. Oh, there's a bird flying over me as I'm walking, as I'm coming up to the intersection. And there's that motorcycle at the intersection. There's a guy getting out with a white SUV with a red shirt, and he's like stretching his back next to me. He's like arching his back next to me. Was that a scene? Oh! It's just the stock-tarded shit, baby. They'll just do anything scenes. There's a car parking next to me seeing. There's a bunch of other things. Somebody walked up on the sidewalk next to me seeing the thing. And a sing, 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 and a sing. And a sink at the crosswalk, and a sing, and a sing, and a sing. And sing. And sink. And then 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 the guy walked up on the sidewalk next to me sink. And there's a one light car at the intersection. Woo! These people are gonna walk up synced when the light turns green. Yup. They're walking up to the intersection as the light turns green, and a white truck is pulling up to it. And I'm saying, just can't ever see people when they're not synced. I'm like, here comes somebody, and then are they gonna sync? Yup. Gotta see what happens at this intersection. This intersection is always crazy when I pull up to it, so we gotta see what happens here. Is a cop gonna meet me at it? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen at this intersection? It's always some shit when I get to this intersection. What is it this time? Light turned green right when I stopped. Oh. Oh. 60. 60. 60. All that I see. I think a guy was doing gardening synced next to me in his yard. Nobody ever does it regular. Usually, I think he was doing it synced. Another one. Pretty sure he was on. It was like a subtle sync, I think. But maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't a scene. I don't know. But usually when I'm driving by somebody and they're in their yard, and they're doing gardening, they're doing it synced. Usually when I see anybody doing anything, they're doing it synced. And there's a baby crying synced. There was a baby crying synced recently, I forget. Again, babies are always crying synced. I don't know, it was like a toddler or something. It was like a child crying synced. It's like the mom is like taking their toy away from them synced or something and they're crying. Or some shit. I don't know. It's like the crying synced. But the baby's crying synced though? What the fuck is that? The baby's crying synced? Hold on, let's pull over. Hold on. I gotta pull over for this. Hold on, I gotta pull over for this. Why are babies crying synced? This car turned. Don't sync. Why are babies crying synced? Because babies can't sync. Did you hear the car honking when I picked my camera up? He's like, honk, honk. I think this is the car that turned in, isn't it? And he's leaving as I pick my camera up. Oh. It's insane. See you later. See you at the intersection or crosswalk later. Fucking... What are they? Are these even people? Am I in Westworld? What is happening? I think they're people. I don't think they're reptilians or anything like that. I think they're people and they're like getting gift cards or whatever. Possibly. Some of them at least. And then some of them are forced to do it or something. I think the car is starting as that whitey drove behind me. Why is everyone synced? Why is their children all synced? Why is every child that I see synced? Like little children will be out by themselves on a scooter or whatever, they'll ride by me synced. And they'll be staring at me all weird sometimes. And they're like bullying me, and they're like a little child bullying me. It's like, what the fuck? Why is everyone's children synced? Why are the babies crying synced? Why is this car driving right by me with a 64 plate as a white SUV drives by simultaneously? He drove by me simultaneous with that white SUV that's now going to park next to me as he's parking. Oh, is it going to turn around next to me? Is it going to do a thing? Is it going to do a different thing, another thing, and then it's going to do another thing? Did he turn synced with the door slamming? I think that was synced. I see more sync mobiles coming in the parking lot. But especially though, why are the babies crying synced? Are they being hit with a directed energy weapon frequency to make them cry synced? It's always happening. Especially when I go to Walmart. That's the place where there's usually babies crying synced. Pretty much every time I go there. And I gotta walk through the checkout with a baby crying synced or whatever, or walk around the aisles with a baby crying synced. And then sometimes babies will be like cooing synced too. They'll be like, and it'll be synced. It's like, bro, what? That literally happens. And it's a real baby. Or is it a robot baby? What is it? I don't know. Does anybody know? I don't think they're reptilians. I don't think they're robots. I think they're real people. I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe they're reptilian robots. But they're definitely taking orders from a robot, robotically. And there goes robotically again. Not related to Coincidena. She's not related to, what did I say? One of the Lees, I forget which Lee brother it was. There's Abraham Sinkin. There's Plain Lee. Plain Lee always flies over my head. Plain Lee. There's Shannon again. Shenanigan. With their shenanigans. Shannon again. There's an ambulance driving behind me. Is it Shannon again? I think it was Shannon. Abraham Sinkin, Dishonest Abe. There's the Lee brothers, all the Lee brothers. There's Simon Eltanius and his twin brother Simon. and then there's Loop. There's the NPCs, Simon Eltanius and the Sink brothers, and then Simon, and then the Sink, and then I don't know, I see a lot of cars right now. I don't know how many of them are synced, but these ones in the parking lot right now are synced to each other. So they're synced. And then he's gonna park behind me. Park behind me? What's he doing? Okay, I thought he was parking. Is the helicopter gonna sink? Is the white flight helicopter gonna sink? It probably is about to sink. There it is. Is he gonna sink? Wait, is he landing? What's he doing? I think they're sinking. I think everyone's sinking. I think the helicopter was probably sinking, like it was like fading out, like as they're walking up, like it's like landing behind them as they're walking up, and then she was like touching her hair, and that was probably a sink because they're always doing it. But she was like doing her hair though, but like usually they'll be like scratching their head or whatever, or they'll just be playing with their hair. But she was like putting her hair up when she walked up, and I think she was doing it synced.